Proximity affects how people live, sometimes in profound ways we painfully endure. Welcome back to the Freedom and Democracy Road. I'm Stephen Finley Archer, author of the Irish Clan's historical fiction novel series. If you'd like a complimentary, personally signed copy of my first novel, which is Searchers, you'll find it in the description below. Today in episode 9, we'll explore a complex question: why conflict felt so close in Ireland. Last time we looked at how distance shaped the American experience. Distance created space. Ireland lived under a different condition. Authority was not distant, it was nearby, in the courts, in the police, in the local government, in daily life. For many it felt impossible to escape, for some it felt suffocating. And when authority lives nearby, disagreement is never abstract. It becomes part of daily life, part of everyday relationships, part of how people experience the world around them. Proximity did not always mean understanding. Although Ireland was close to Britain, many Irish people felt that important decisions affecting their lives were being made by people who did not fully understand their circumstances. Many landlords lived in England rather than on the Irish lands that they owned. But there was something more important. In America, many colonists feared they were losing rights they believed they possessed. In Ireland, many people had suffered because those rights had been denied for generations. Through lost land, through religious discrimination, through limited political voice, through the deadly Great Hunger, through poverty and emigration. That difference matters. One society was reacting to a growing grievance, the other was carrying a long memory of oppression. Those memories were not merely political. They were personal. They lived in families, in stories, in communities, passed from one generation to the next. Whether every memory was perfectly accurate mattered less than the fact that they were widely shared. They shaped how people understood the present. When authority is nearby, neutrality becomes more difficult. Silence itself can become a statement. Patience looks like surrender. Compromise can look like weakness. And relationships can become strained. People are no longer debating a distant principle. They are reacting to each other, to neighbors, to employers, to local officials, to people they encounter every day. Political disagreements become human disagreements. And human disagreements are often much more difficult to resolve. When people must live closely through political tensions, those tensions can intensify more quickly. This helps explain an important difference between the American and Irish experiences. In America, distances often created space. In Ireland, proximity created pressure. Pressure to choose, pressure to conform, pressure to remain silent, or pressure to speak. The issue was not simply what people believed, it was how closely they had to live through those beliefs. Some roads narrow slowly, others narrow all at once. And when the road narrows, people often discover that history is not only about ideas, it's about relationships, communities, families, and the memories they carry with them. The shape of a revolution often depends less on ideology than how closely people must live through it together. If this way of looking at things resonates with you, you're welcome to like this video, subscribe, and follow the road. Before we finish this week, you may notice even today disagreements often feel more intense when they involve people we know personally. A difference of opinion with a distant institution may be frustrating, but a disagreement with a friend or neighbor, coworker, or family member can feel more difficult. If you notice that happening, ask yourself, is the disagreement really about the issue, or is it about a relationship? Sometimes understanding that difference can help us navigate the road ahead. Once you understand the difference, Try addressing the issue through a positive conversation. You may not change the outcome, but you may strengthen the relationship. And that is often where progress begins. Thank you for following a little of the road with me today. If you'd like to continue along this road, you're welcome to subscribe and to like this video if it speaks to you. If you'd like to begin my story, you'll find a complimentary, personally signed copy of my first novel, which is Searchers, in the description below. Until next time, stay on the road to freedom and democracy, because the path only continues if we walk it together. Thank you.